What's going on, guys? In this video I want to do a little bit more of a monologue and kind of talk to you guys instead of going over just specific strategies. But what I want to talk about is the reality of quote unquote freedom in trading, okay? And how it can almost feel like a prison. And let me kind of explain myself. So when you're doing a lot of your research and you're watching different various YouTube channels and different strategies, and you're looking at people who are making money online trading, and they make it seem so easy, and everyone always talks about this quote unquote freedom, right? You can trade from the comfort of your own home, you can trade from work, you can trade from your phone, you can trade from vacation, from a hotel, from anywhere essentially that's got Wi-Fi service. It essentially makes it feel as if you learn one particular strategy, that this door is going to become unlocked and it's going to be just endless freedom, as if it's an endless money printer. And what tends to happen is a lot of people tend to get stuck to where they feel like they're in this quote unquote trader prison, because in all honesty, okay, and I've been doing this trading stuff for going on 13 years now, it's never really freedom of I can just show up every day and I'm going to make money because I know a specific strategy, or because I know how to read price action, or because I have a big, large bankroll, or because I can utilize prop firms and try to protect my bankroll and then try to leverage using prop firms to take these payouts. So when you get stuck in this almost spin cycle of, well, if I learn how to do XYZ, I'm going to be financially free. And the reason why a lot of traders get stuck and they remain stuck and they stay in a hamster wheel is because instead of understanding that once you have the experience and you gain the knowledge of a particular strategy and risk management plan and how you're going to go about this, there is no real quote unquote freedom. The freedom that you have, quote unquote, is, sure, if you don't want to trade today, you don't have to, okay? But it's still work. And there's a lot of people that say, well, I want to get away from my 9-to-5 job because I hate my boss or I hate what I do. And if I could just learn how to trade, everything's going to be okay. And when you start to dive a little bit deeper into this trading stuff, you're going to realize that it's a lot similar to a 9-to-5. Now, it doesn't have to be entirely as stressful as a 9-to-5. Like I said, if you want to take off on vacation and you want to take off all week, you have the freedom to do that. You don't have to request those days off. If you want to scale your business and potentially make more money, well, instead of waiting for a yearly review at your 9-to-5 job to get that pay increase, you could essentially build up your account, save more money, and gradually increase your size, almost as if you're giving yourself a monthly or a quarterly sort of raise, right? You can do numerous things, like where you change nothing at all in your trading strategy, but instead of having 5 funded accounts that you're making $1,000 a month on, you now have 10 funded accounts that you're making $1,000 a month on. So what I want you guys to do, and this is a little exercise that I do with myself, probably once or twice a year, is I completely disconnect. Okay, I disconnect from the quote unquote freedom aspect or mentality of trading, and I actually put myself in the block. And when I put myself in a block, I tell myself, okay, this is a 9-to-5 job. Although I'm not going to physically be sitting down for 8 hours a day, I need to do a couple of things. I need to have a plan before the day starts. I need to identify how much money I'm willing to risk this week, and then now divide that by the number of days that I'm going to be trading. So almost create a schedule for yourself, create a budget for yourself, create a schedule for yourself, create homework for yourself. Once the market is over, if we look at this chart that's in front of me, this is the daily chart, and I was sitting here doing my homework for tomorrow, and I thought it would be a pretty good time to make this video, because If I showed up tomorrow and I'm eager to trade and ready to trade, but I did no homework, meaning I don't know what we did today in terms of price action. I have no idea where the next support is at. I have no idea where the next supply is at. What that does to me tomorrow is make things very confusing. It gives me anxiety. It gives me a lot of unawareness of what could potentially be happening. But when you sit down and you look at the charts and you tell yourself, okay, we had a pretty nasty flush off the open today in the early start of the session, and we had a nice little decent bounce to kind of end the day. And when I evaluate that and I look at, what exactly happened, well, what happened is we swept through this 50 SMA, the daily 50 simple moving average and the 50 EMA. And this is now the second time that we've tested this 50 simple moving average on the daily time frame, which is very, very significant for the bulls. If the bulls were going to close or allow price action to close below this 50 SMA, things could get pretty dicey, because what that would do is going to flip the bias where those bounces are going to be looking into this area as rejection. And if you look here below 23,000 on the NASDAQ 100, there's a lot of space down, about 400 or 500 points down before that next support. Now, they did a pretty decent job at holding this up towards the end of the day, but it's still going to be something that we're going to keep on watch, which is today's lows. But now at least we see that the bulls are defending, or at least attempting to defend this 50-day moving average until proven otherwise. So if you really want to have this freedom through trading, you need to make it more so of a business. You need to make it more so of this is your job. You need to spend some chart hours. You need to spend some screen time going through previous days of price action, kind of looking at the behaviors of the market, seeing exactly where we're holding up and where we're getting stuck at. And once you have that plan, you need to create that budget, right? So if you're trading with prop firms, you need to have that monthly budget, that allocation budget. How much are you going to invest in prop firms? So for example, Apex Trader funding is 90% off right now. I believe $50,000 accounts are, under $20. So if you have let's say a $200, $300, $400 budget that you want to put forth towards your trading, well, how many accounts can you go out there and buy? You could probably go out there and buy 10, 15 accounts. And those 10 or 15 accounts are going to need to last you all month. So once you come to that equation, you need to figure out the solution on how you're going to make those accounts not blow up before it gets time to your next allocation, which means next month in the month of October when you go in and you buy more accounts. See, a lot of times traders will think, well, there's a great sale, so I went out and bought 10 accounts, and they're thinking in the back of their minds that they're going to pass all of these accounts and everything's just, going to be nothing but raining money once they pass these accounts. But they never really had the plan afterwards as to what's going to happen. So when you're growing your business, because trading is your business, you need to always be reinvesting back into your business. There is no such thing as quote unquote freedom. So for example, I have friends, personal friends, that have over $1 million portfolio, over $1 million in their brokerage accounts. And they would not say that they are financially free, or they are not free from having to worry about where the next dollar is coming from. They're still actively putting in work. They're very low key, very under the radar. Every single day they're looking at macroeconomics, they're looking at the news, they're looking at the sentiment, they're looking at the overall NASDAQ 100, S&P 500 names, some of the names that are in those indexes, depending on what they're trading. And they're kind of getting a feel, right? They're keeping an eye on and keeping a pulse on the earnings reports. They're keeping a pulse on, FOMCs. They're kind of just keeping a light pulse on some of these bigger contributing factors that could move the price in the market. Now, through teaching traders for the past 5-6 years now, I've run into a lot of traders that are more on the mindset of, well, if I had X amount of dollars, everything is over, right? Like essentially I've made it mentality. And that's the wrong approach. You kind of have to still keep your nose down in the dirt and continue to grind and continue to put in a lot of hours and a lot of work as if you're still trying to make it. There is no $1 amount that's going to change things for you. Now, it's very easy to say, well, you know, if I was able to make an extra $4,000 to $6,000 a month, I would be, you know, kind of financially free with my 9 to 5 income and this, that, and the other, which I understand that. But you have to realize that with trading, you can make $4,000 or $5,000 this month, and next month you could lose $3,000 or $4,000. So we're realistically always kind of in this teeter-totter pattern. What we need to kind of do is smooth out the equity curve from having big spikes of making, you know, let's say $4,000 to $6,000, and the next month kind of giving it back. We need to keep things smooth. So if we do manage to have that good month of $4,000 to $6,000 in profits, maybe if the next month of October, it's not another $4,000 to $6,000 month, but maybe it's like a $1,500 month, an $1,800 month, we have to be okay with that, because that's smoothing out the equity curve, and we're keeping things on an upwards trajectory rather than a just crash and burn trajectory, right? A lot of traders are on this big crash and burn type of trajectory because they buy a bunch of accounts, they pass a bunch of evaluations, get funded, maybe they get one of them to pay out, and they blow the rest of them on a really bad trading day, and then they're back at zero because they had no plan. How much were they going to reinvest? How were they going to make those 10 or 15 evaluations or funded accounts stretch into the next 30 days? Now, I know this kind of seems like I'm talking in circles a lot, but what I really want to get you to understand as a trader is that you're a business owner first, and you're also a research analyst second. You're a risk manager third, right? So you have to also, you're a technical analysis, you know, fourth. So there's all of these things that you have to do where, quote unquote, you're never going to be really free. And instead of kind of thinking about it as like you're kind of stuck, this is the grind. The grind is waking up every single day and trying to find those levels to trade. The grind is crunching those numbers and seeing how much you can afford to spend this month, how much you can afford to lose today, how much you can afford to walk away with on the day if you are green. That's the grind. That's the freedom. That's the beauty of this whole trading business. And I hate to say it, but every day is kind of the same, just like your normal 9 to 5. So if you're really thinking that one day you're just going to walk away from a 9 to 5 and it's going to be, you know, all just roses and sunflowers and daisies where you just put your feet up and you're trading by the beach, yeah, you can do that maybe once a quarter, right? Maybe once a month, take a trip and go trade. But for the most part, you're in front of the screens a lot. And I don't mean that you need to be in front of the screens for 10 hours a day, but you're in front of the screens on a daily basis where, you know, you're allocating a few hours of the day, a few hours of the morning to do your homework, do your research analysis, your technical analysis, and then actually do your executions where you're going to trade if you get those specific patterns. So again, just to kind of leave you guys with something, the reality of quote unquote freedom in trading is the grind. That's what you need to fall in love with. Don't fall in love with the Lamborghini. Don't fall in love with the vacations. Don't fall in love with the fact that you're going to retire tomorrow. Fall in love with the grind and the work and the process of getting better, not only financially, but mentally and emotionally as well, because we do know that trading is very, very emotional. So with that being said, I hope you guys kind of found something out of this video. Felt I would come on here and kind of do a little bit of talking and express my opinions on the matter. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you guys are in need of those Apex evaluations, today is the last day for 90% off. You guys can use code DAnthony. That link is down in the description box below. And if you want to join Evolution Traders, which is my online trading community, that link is also down in the description box below as well. I will see all of you guys on the next video.